Hey guys, we're going to talk a little bit about breath maintenance today. Breath support is part of it, but breath maintenance is how long it takes you to run out of breath. So when you're singing a long phrase, maybe you're running out and you wish that you knew why and how to fix it. So I'm just going to talk about three really, really simple things to help you maintain a longer phrase. So the first part of that is breath support, right? So it's different than breath maintenance. The second part is chord compression, your vocal cords. Are you allowing air to just escape from your vocal cords and is it breathy? And then the last one is volume consistency. So sometimes we have inconsistencies in our volume and we're allowing the air to escape without even thinking about it. Okay, so let's talk about number one, which is breath support. Breath support is about how you take in a breath and then how you keep that breath in to produce sound. Okay, what you do with it to produce the sound. So hand down here below your diaphragm, hand up here, right? So I'm gonna turn sideways for this. When you take a good breath in, it's only your lower hand that should move and it should move out. That's how your breath should go, right? It should not go like this. That shouldn't move. Even if you take a big giant breath, this one shouldn't move because you should never be overfilling up. So if you overfill, this is what I mean. So at the very end, I filled that top part. Now I have so much back pressure in my lungs that it's just trying to escape. I'm having to fight that pressure in when I'm singing. So that's just silly. Never take that much air in. All you need is a 1 second low breath. That's plenty for singing, you guys. It just needs to be low. It can't be this. It can't be those like fish gasping breaths. It has to be low. So blow your air out and just take a nice, good low breath. Make sure this hand pops out. That's enough air. Now, in order to have good support, once you have that air there, you have to engage your core and you have to keep your rib cage up and expanded. It's expanded out. My back ribs are expanded out and my front. So I am tall and erect. My head is in a good neutral position. It's not too high, it's not too low. And I'm using my musculature, all of this stuff to stay that way. And you fight the natural tendency to collapse while you sing. Because what we want to do is take a good breath and then our body goes, relax. Don't let it happen. Do not let yourself collapse. Stay nice and tall. Keep those muscles engaged. And right before you sing, don't let it pop in. So you take your breath, and then we go, oh, and it pops out, and you lose half of your breath in one beat. Make sure that it's, oh, I actually feel my muscles push out down here so that I can't pop in on my tummy. Just try this one time. You're going to take a breath in. You're going to purposefully go, oh, and feel that tuck. Here we go. Ready? In and oh. Oh, do you feel how it tucks in? Okay, so now we're going to take that same breath in, and then I want you to use your muscles to push out and let the O kind of sneak out. Listen once first. Breath. Push on those muscles and oh. And it's very easy to keep those muscles out and sustain a pitch. You try this time. Breathe in and push the muscles out. Ready and oh. I also feel like my pelvic floor go down. I feel muscles pushing down. I feel my back pushing out. Everything is pushing out down here while I sustain that pitch. Give it one more try. Inhale and oh. So when you feel that pressure out while your body is trying to push in, sorry, I can't think of the word. You feel the two opposing, hey, that's the word I was looking for. When you feel opposing pressure, you're doing it correct. Your air is trying to escape out, but your muscles are trying to keep everything this way. Okay, so that is breath support. Now we're talking about cord compression, your vocal cords, not a cord to a computer. Your vocal cords need to adduct, which means to close before the air goes through them or as the air goes through them. And you don't want to leave any open spots. If you leave open spots in your vocal cords, the air just escapes. So how do you know if you're doing that? Well, you sound breathy. It's just that simple. So when you're singing, you're like, oh, instead of, oh, it should be a clear sound. So you need to practice. One of the things you can practice is putting your hand here and going, oh, 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 and you should feel belly bounces. All I want is in and out. So it's like the opposite of breath support, right? You're just letting it happen, but it's taking your vocal cords and going, broop, broop, broop. Now don't go like this. Oh, oh, that's bad. That's hard glottal. That's going to hurt you. Don't do that. You're doing it from down here with the air. Oh, 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 oh. You can do oh, 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 oh. Here, we'll give ourselves a key. Ready, and oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. I'll have that as a warm up, but that's a really good way to make sure that your vocal cords are compressing completely. They're fully adducting. Make sure so that's just, you have to listen to yourself and decide, am I doing that? Okay. And then volume consistency. Some people have these weird changes in volume where it gets louder and softer. And when it does that, you lose air on the loud notes, right? So I'm going to use Part of Your World to demonstrate that, right? So here we go. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day, the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. That, truthfully, that's a common thing that I hear where it gets louder and softer. You're obviously losing air on the loud notes, guys. So record yourself, listen to yourself. If you're doing that, you need to think of your volume as a steady stream of air that's or steady stream of water is what I think, like coming out of a hose. And if you're going to turn the water up, it comes out all at the same time, louder or more. It doesn't come out in spurts unless you have air in your hose, and that's bad. You don't want that. So here's what I'm saying is you need to make sure that you take a good breath, a low breath, not too big. You need to push all of these muscles out so that there's opposing pressure. Look, I remembered a word. You need to make sure that you're thinking about how you're closing your vocal cords and that there's not air just escaping from there. And then you need to keep your volume constant. If you want to get louder, that's fine. You use a little bit more air. You're going to run out sooner, but you have to think about that. So here is Part of Your World. I'm not going to think about all those things. I'm just going to sing because sometimes I do that. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. So I took a breath like every 2 measures, but I want to take less breaths. I want to sing longer. So I'm going to really think about the opposing pressure, the breath support. I'm really going to think about that. I'm going to think about how much air am I actually releasing? Am I letting some breathy sound come out? And then I'm also going to think about my volume. Maintain a consistent volume. Don't let the air just spill out and be loud at times. Okay, here we go. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. If you just think about it. So if you are singing along and you are running out of breath, I want you to first go back to breath support. And I want you to think about, am I taking a good breath or is it a high breath? Am I giving good opposing pressure? Am I engaging my core muscles, my back muscles? Am I staying with a nice singer's stance, right? So go to breath support first and just try to think about that and see if that helps. Then listen to yourself. Am I singing breathy? If you are singing breathy, you really do need to think about when you take that breath, closing your vocal cords. If you can vision it and you can listen to your tone, I can purposefully sing breathy. You can too. So go the opposite way and think almost bright and nasal. And if you think about that, it will get rid of some of that breathiness. And then finally think about volume consistency. Make sure you don't have those weird pops in and outs where you're definitely just losing air all of a sudden. Okay? So those are the 3 main things for breath maintenance. Thanks, guys.